Welcome to the Red Pill Cartel Podcast with Davey Wavy, the epicenter for truthers, conspiracy, pop culture, and more.
Okay, holy shit. Like, I was just gonna get you on, Lisa, and then last minute notice, I asked, why don't you invite the whole fucking band on? And here are the Hollow Ones from Toronto. What's going on, guys?
Yeah. Hey.
Yay.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I found you guys through Brett, right? So I was like, holy shit, and I was like, checked out the video, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. How long? Let's go around one at a time, and you guys can all introduce yourselves. How about that?
Okay, so I am Lisa Sinner. I am the vocalist, and I guess I would be one of the founding members of the band. So I will pass.
And this is like your second band, right, or something like that?
No, this is like one of many, many bands.
Okay, right on.
I've been a musician, like a professional, like live performing musician for 26 years.
Wow, awesome. And were you always a vocalist?
No, I went between bass and vocals, but I've mainly been a vocalist.
Right on.
Most of my career, yeah.
Who's next? Let's go with Dylan, the drummer.
I'm the drummer. I beat shit. Hard. It's my thing.
Next, who wants to go? Grigor.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah, Grigor, Vanessa. Yeah. I'm a bassist for the Hollow Ones. And basically, me and Lisa, we started this band like 2 years ago. And we're going strong now right now because like we took us some time to like find a proper like musicians so they can actually help us to develop and like make music again, because it took us like we were having a long break, me and Lisa, before we did our reunion show, and then we decided we have to make something like bigger. We need a project that will actually, like make us like sound what we always wanted to sound like. You know what I mean, man? Like our own idea of like what we are.
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome. So you guys have a background, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we used to be in a band together. Grigor and I were in a band together for about like 10 years previously, and that band is disbanded. Now would be about 6 years ago, and we had a reunion show in July of 2023. And when that band was like, we're done, Grigor and I were like, well, we're not done. So we're gonna like keep this ball rolling. And we just were like, well, like we want to play like the music that we want to play, and we don't want to be like tied down to like this certain thing. So like let's like just kind of like put the feelers out and like see what we can do. So that's kind of what we were doing. And so it took us a little bit to like find the proper people, and now we have the proper people. So we'll move on to Remi next, I guess.
Hey. Yeah, I'm Remi. I play guitar. I think I came in the band like probably last October or November. And then yeah, we've just been going steady. It's been good. No complaints.
That's awesome. So it started with Lisa and Grigor. Dylan, how did you come into the picture?
Well, I think they were just looking for a fill-in for the music video for Loathe there, and it just happened to work out for all of us, and now I'm just the drummer. I'm sticking around, so yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So you're just like a shoe-in kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, like straight out of the gate, you guys sound fucking amazing. The video, I was like showing people at work. I'm like, look at these fucking guys. Like Dylan's just like, I'm like fucking breaking my neck just watching you, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude's an animal. Like we were jamming last week and our fucking heads were blowing off. The dude hit so hard. Like it's sick.
I get that everywhere I go.
Yeah, man. Me and Remi, we were like looking at each other. We're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
For us, it's kind of been like a fucking struggle. So when we heard Dylan and he came in the jam spot, we're like, oh fuck, a real drummer. Like,
Yeah.
That's
It's been a
awesome.
while.
So you guys are tightly knit now. Any struggles at all yet with like infighting or anything like that?
I wouldn't say struggles. I think we're just like trying to find like our sound and like what's clicking and like because we're writing still. So we're like in this writing process.
Yeah.
We're just like trying to like because like when Dylan and Remi came in, like Loathe, the song that's out, the music video that's out, was already pre-written. And like they've added their own taste to it and stuff now, like that they're playing with us. But now that we're writing, like it's like just more of like trying to find our sound and like what's making everybody happy and comfortable. So it's
Sure.
not there's not like struggles or anything like that. It's just like compromising and like making sure that everybody's stoked and happy and like just really just trying to find like the future of Hollow Ones and like the direction that we're going. That's all
Right.
like what's going on. And so like I mean, Remi today just like wrote a song that was like we just heard it like an hour ago, and we were like that's it that's the sound like
Oh fuck yeah.
yeah. So like that's all that's like going on right now is like we're just writing, we're just like kind of like working out the kinks and like just trying to figure out like where the direction is, you know? So
Right.
I would say there's like a lot of magic in the air right now.
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. You guys are like in your honeymoon phase kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many songs do you have written currently? Any songs that you're gonna release soon, or are you just kind of riding the wave with Loathe right now?
We have one that is pretty much like ready to go. We are, it's kind of like right now up to me at this point to like finish it off. We're just working on like melodies and like I'm kind of fine tuning the vocals, and that should be probably released pretty soon. But like the plan is to release an EP um, likely by the fall
Okay.
thing. So yeah, like we have like a handful of songs, definitely. Um, it's just like adding things, like adding the magic, adding like the little things here and there. So like
All the nuances.
they're like evolving, right? So it's going to be like kind of like a process down the road, like as we're kind of working on things. So you know, like as we practice them, they're probably going to change a little bit here and there. Um, so I would expect like for us to kind of be like evolving a little bit as we go. So I wouldn't say anything is like super tightly knit and like set in stone right now. Um, and that's okay. I think that that's like important for us to have like a little bit of flexibility right now with where we're at, as we're kind of working on our sound. So
Sure.
yeah,
Who plays lead? Is it Grigor or Remy?
It's Remi.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't play lead for shit. I could play rhythm, but like lead, forget it. What are your let's go around the table and see what some of your favorite bands are and your main influences are.
That's a heavy list.
Yeah.
Give us your top. Try to give us your top 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, probably I'm gonna go. Am I gonna go first? Lise, you mind?
Go for it.
All right. Fuck, definitely like Norma Jean for sure. Um, Fuck, dude. I'm like an Azalea Dying fan as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know, I like some other shit too, but just for the sake of like not digging deep, I really like Manson too, like a lot. I like Marilyn
Right.
Manson. You know? I think his
Nice.
music's really cool too. I think the way he reinvented himself recently, it's pretty rad, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost one of the best versions of him, arguably, you know. It's kind of sick. So
He's
I don't
always been changing it up, like
yeah, you know, and
every album. Yeah.
fuck yeah, it's just I like lifers, you know what I mean? Like I like that like the whole fucking story, you know, it's like
Right. I like that too.
the list goes on, man. Poison the Well, fucking, you know, can go forever.
Anything off kilter that's not metal?
Oh yeah. Like I like a lot of my friends, man. Like I like this band called Gen Cab, and they're actually signed to Metropolis as well. And like it's a good friend of mine. And his music's like dark, but it's also like really poppy in an odd way. And I don't really like pop music. So
Neither do I.
when he gets me to like that shit, and I'm like adding that stuff to my playlist and stuff, I'm like, you motherfucker, like
Yeah.
how you doing this to me right now? You know. So, but it's good. It's good. Yeah. Just I don't know. Whatever's good, man. Whatever hits me.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I can go next. I have a very wide range of music that I like. So metal wise right now, I mean, I'm always gonna throw Spirit Box in there. They are a big influence on me because like they're old friends of mine. A couple of them are old friends of mine, and I've just like been very inspired to watch them grow and like how big they've gotten. Um, Definitely like Norma Jean as well. Um, my friends Van Teeth as well. They're doing really good, and like I just get really inspired by bands that I watch grow.
It's cool to see that happen for sure.
Yeah, like that is really inspiring. Like I like big bands, like, but I like to watch like the littler, like local bands, like just kind of blow up, and like that's really really cool to me. Like bigger bands that I like though, like I mean, Misery Signals has always been like a big one for me. I mean, they broke up, but I loved them. Um, Architects. Dang, like who else? Yeah, it's so hard to like name like
I
band.
know the feeling.
But like I'll go obscure and like I mean like I love like Tupac, I love like Rihanna, I love like The Weeknd, like I love pop music. Like I get inspired by stuff like that. Like I don't know, like I'm all over the map. Like I listen to so many things like I'm not limited. And it's funny because when I was younger and I regret this, like I kind of feel like I missed out on so much music because I just was so like stuck within like a scene and a genre, and I was like elitist in a way.
Right.
And I grew out of that, and like now I'm just like super open to like I'm just like I just appreciate music and like the musicianship and like the talent of the artist, and like that's what I just kind of look for now. And I just appreciate music in general. So As long as it's not country, I'm cool. I grew up in Alberta, and just like that gives me trauma. It's just
That
like
seems to be like,
dramatic, and like I don't want to hear country. That's it.
yeah,
Like
it
I'm
seems to
cool
be a
with, like,
common
hang
answer
on.
though.
I'm cool with like outlaw country from like Johnny Cash stuff, like that kind of stuff. Like that's cool
Whipping
with me.
spoons.
But like don't take me to like twangy like Alberta country.
No, and that's like a huge like popular opinion. Like there's so many people that say, "Oh, I like everything except country."
Yeah, it makes my skin crawl. I don't know. There's something about it. It just, I don't know. I think it's like because I grew up in like Alberta, and they like play it everywhere, and it's just like my parents were like really not into it, and I think I was just raised right.
I just don't find it like relatable at all. You know what I
Not
mean?
at all.
Like,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not it. It's not it.
And the
It's not at all.
sound too is just like, oh God. I don't know. It's just so like fucking, I don't know, like I guess lame is the word, or like
Like cheesy or something. I don't know.
cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess
Especially
it's
like
only
the
like
poppier new country. It's
yeah,
just like
exactly that
God.
stuff. Like if you're not like a straight fucking cowboy, bro, I really don't want to.
Right. And most of these people aren't either.
Oh no, they're poser cowboys too. That's the
Yeah,
worst part. Like
for
around
sure.
like when the stampede happens, that's the worst part is like Calgary transforms into like poser cowboys, and it's like it's tragic. Anyway,
Yes.
we don't need to talk about cowboys anymore. That. Move on to something cooler like the rest of people's influences that I want to hear.
Yeah. Grigor looks like he's thinking. Dylan looks like he's got something on his mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go nuts. You can put me on the country hating bandwagon too. I can't fucking stand it. But like as far as top influences go, like AC/DC, Metallica, Motley Crue, Lamb of God, Meshuggah, Cannibal Corpse, that kind of
Legacy. Yeah.
yeah. Like
I
a
was
lot
just
of
at the Cannibal show.
Oh
The
my
other,
God, that was
yeah,
lit.
dude. Oh man, that
That
was
was so
sick.
fun.
I saw them once at Heavy TO back in like I think it was 2012.
Mm.
It was funny because it was like fucking Cannibal Corpse, and then right after was Deftones. I was like, whoa, that's a switch.
Yo, they crushed, man. Like, how old are those guys, man? Like, they're just
Pushing
fucking.
60 probably.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mid 50.
yeah.
They're getting up there.
Have you
Yo,
seen what Chris Barnes looks like lately?
Yeah, it's tragic.
yeah,
Holy
You heard him
shit,
though?
man!
Oh,
Yeah, for
Wow.
sure. Yeah,
Oh
the
man.
guys
like,
in
wow.
Corpse, man, they look
Chris.
great. They move fucking great. Like, I couldn't believe like Corpse Grinder just like fucking throwing his head around. I'm like, this is sick.
yeah.
This is
Crazy.
He got like hella neck damage probably.
oh fuck him, man. He's like that guy's built like a fucking linebacker. Who
Oh
cares?
yeah.
He's probably given himself so many concussions like over the
For
years.
sure. For
I
sure.
wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, it was cool. Those are good.
I saw a video with him. It was Jamie Jasta from Hatebreed, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He had a show on YouTube, and it was called Metal Guys Doing Non-Metal Things. And Corpse Grinder was like shopping at Target for his kid
Oh,
and
yeah.
was like picking up teddy bears and shit. Fucking
Classic.
hilarious, dude. I love that shit.
That
He
is
loves like claw machines and shit, right? Like that's his thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like big into that shit. Sick, man. You gotta have like a hobby, you know, on the side. That's just.
Dylan, anything off kilter as well?
Oh yeah. Like I love 80s pop music
oh my god.
Sweet.
and like Journey, Phil Collins, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I love like some of the like 90s rap as well and like big on 70s prog music, like Yes and Genesis and
For sure.
like that kind of stuff. That for me as a drummer and a musician to dig into that stuff is just it's so fun to listen to.
Definitely. Grigor.
Hey, man. Well,
Sorry, I'm
yeah.
high.
Same, bro. But to like keep it simple, I'll say like mostly I was influenced by punk rock. That's how I like grabbed my bass guitar. I was like, dude, like I want to play punk rock, I guess. I was like maybe 14 years old and I started playing it, getting into music more and more, deeper and deeper. So right now, I would say my like favorite bands are uh, definitely Cannibal Corpse. Fuck, I love them so much. And Norma Jean is like I don't know why, but it's like their sound, I guess, something. And Dillinger Escape Plan. Like
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
they're
yeah.
good.
I can
Amazing.
like keep
Yeah.
going, guys, like naming more bands, and I'm sure are bands I just forgot. Like I don't have it in my head right now, but I'm sure they're on my like like
Drop Dead
on my
Gorgeous. Yo, me and G were driving
dude,
home.
yeah, when you play that song, I was like, no way. Because like again, like it was mostly death metal, but I was blown away by the first wave of deathcore. So I was like, oh, what the so yeah, man, when all these bands they were more like metalcore, but still they were so heavy. I mean, again, like death metal, deathcore. I'm so glad the war is over, but back in the days, I remember people were hating each other because you love that shit, you love that shit. So yeah, it's I have a lot of influences, like, and I never stop like keeping my mind open to a new sound because, like, as you guys will probably notice, like lately, or I don't like to say that, but music is in the kind of like a crisis. We're
In
like
what sense?
in like we're pushing it, but at the same time as like weren't heavier. I thought like, I mean, like 20 years ago, I thought like, oh my God, by like 2025, like I don't even know how heavy or like metal is gonna be. But now, like to me, it's more like we're in like regress than in progress, especially I don't know, like people are digging to like Gojira's sound, but Gojira's been around for years, you know what I mean? It's more like
It's always
to me,
Yeah.
it's more like Meshuggah's effect, which is like also was like a big deal, like what, like 2008?
Well,
With Obscene album, I was like, oh my god.
they were like the band that like invented
Mhm.
band, and they
Right? Yeah.
Mm.
do it, and then like all these bands were like, okay, well, like they have this like chin 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 chin,
Yeah.
and like they invented
It's
this
funny.
fucking whole genre of music.
I feel
It's
like
crazy. I mean, I hear a lot of people saying that like hip hop is dying and rock and metal are gonna make a resurgence. I pray to God that that happens. Do you guys think that's happening or what? Like, cause
Mhm.
like the hip hop scene is so like everybody's like pissed off where
I
it's
feel
all
like
like mumble rap and shit, right? And it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
a
hip
lot
hop
of the new hip
sucks
hop
now.
doesn't
It's
have
bullshit.
replayability. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the new shit, like it's kind of just one and done, or like you listen to it for like a couple weeks and then you're like, fuck, you don't really revisit it.
Now
Or
there's no
like,
classics.
yeah, we're
There,
and the classics that do exist, yeah, people listen to them. Those were created in a different sense. You can feel them; they're different. But the new shit is very like it almost seems like fucking single celled in the brain or something, and
but
like
Yeah.
it doesn't have that replay.
there's one artist I really like is Doechii. She reminds me of Missy Elliott, and
Yeah,
she's
for sure. There's always going to be outliers for sure, man. There's going to be artists in
really
every.
really cool. She's queer. She's like really really, I don't know. She's really out there and like outspoken, and like her lyrics like are really, I don't know, like they're very smart, and I just think that like there's always going to be like a couple that really stand out, but like within hip hop like and rap and stuff like that, I don't know, it's very,
Few and far between.
yeah, and it's just so overproduced and just like, yeah,
And
it's
it's the whole live aspect too. Like they can't really pull it off live without like a huge fucking production. Like a lot of the times, the
To
whole
make
track,
up for the lack of talent.
yeah, just like
Yeah.
not covering the space on stage. Like it just kind of looks like fuck it, just for lack of a better term, man, it looks like phony baloney. You know, like can't get into it. You know.
I don't know, man. Like the younger generation, like Generation Z, it's like you play like rock or metal for them, and they're like, "What the fuck are you listening? You can't understand what they're saying." And I'm like, "I can't fucking understand what your guy's saying,
Yeah, it
man."
goes both ways. You know, it's like you
Yeah.
got to dig deep
Yeah.
sometimes, regardless, right? But
And I'm like, that's what the fucking lyric sheet is for anyway. Or well, you know, lyrics genius for me now, right? Like I always look up lyrics. Like sometimes even in like rock or metal, I can kind of understand what they're saying, but like I miss a few words. So I got to go to that lyric sheet and go, fuck, what's he saying there? You know, and there's some songs that I've never known what they're saying, and I never looked up the lyrics, but the song is still amazing.
Yeah.
you've just been singing it wrong this whole time and just loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
Or like misread lyrics, like they had like on 97, you guys know 97.7 Hits FM back in the day when they did metal at night, and they would have a misread lyrics section where you know they when Ozzy said I know that things are going very hard for me in Crazy Train.
Yeah.
It's it's she said I know that pizza goes with broccoli.
Hey, it could be that. It could be. It could be.
Fucking hilarious, man. Like shit like that. I love that shit. Because like you can like you listen to a song and like interpret it your own way, but you have like no idea what they're actually saying. And sometimes your way is cooler.
And you know, as an artist, man, you have to, you know, expect that to happen. You release something and now you're sharing it, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's the way she goes.
So, like, as a vocalist, like enunciation is like so important, so people can like understand what you're saying. Like, I don't know, like if you're mumbling, like how are you gonna get your words across like that? I don't know. To me, like I make sure when I'm like recording and like performing live, like I just that's something because I've taken vocal lessons before in the past, and like that's something like I've always been like really keen on is like making sure that like the key words are very, very clear.
Sure.
So like that's to me is very important. And I think that like a lot of like musicians really miss that mark. But
There are other bands too. Like one band I fell in love with the past few years is called Alcest. They're from France. Have you guys heard of them?
no.
And I was always wondering, what is he saying? He's got a beautiful voice, but he, like you, Lisa, he goes heavy and light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? So then I looked more into the band, and then I realized, oh, he's not saying anything. He's just using
Just
like
singing.
sounds with his voice, using it as an instrument to project melodies without saying anything. It's kind of like his own language. It's really
It's like
fucking interesting.
a really true form of singing because I don't know, we were talking like the other week too that even to just get some vocals started, you kind of just, you know, sing them out without really having words there. And sometimes that really helps get the raw like melody, the melody that's supposed to be there. You know what I mean? It
Right.
drags it out because you don't have to like over concern yourself at the moment with the words. So it's almost like he's just going for the rawest form and just being like, fuck the words. I'm going for the feeling. Like,
It sounds like the way he sings too. It sounds very mystical.
yeah, it's
Yep.
sick.
You know, it's
Would you say
amazing.
they're called?
Alcest, Alcest.
Cool. Yeah, you have to send me that, dude. So I'm like,
Yeah, they're really, really good, man. And they're kind of like they're labeled as dark shoegaze.
That's
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. So kind of like Death Heaven, if you guys know Death Heaven.
Yep.
Yeah, they're kind of like that, but like the singing is more just made up stuff. It's incredible. And they have one album, I actually forget what it's called, but it's based off of the story of Princess Mononoke.
Hmm.
And it's all like they have a lot of like Japanese style
hmm.
sounding uh, scales that they play. And yeah, it's just fucking incredible. Check them out, Alcest.
I love that. Like I've played with like many musicians from like all over the world in previous bands. Like, and it's interesting to play with like people from different countries because they bring a different flavor with like the type of kind of like writing that they do, and
Sure.
it's fucking cool.
They
Cultures.
have just like different surroundings, environments that they grow up in, and they
Culture.
take all that as inspiration, right?
Yeah, like I played with this guy, this he was a guitar player and he was from China. And like just the way like and he couldn't speak a fucking word of English. Not a word. And all we were so, and this was years ago and we were terrible. And we taught only the only words we taught him were swear words, obviously, in English. And but like the way that we communicated was through music, and the way that he played his guitar was just phenomenal. Like, and his solos and just the way that he played, it was just completely different. Like, and it was just incredible just to like be able to like communicate through music that way. And it was just, I don't know like how to describe it, but yeah, it was just a completely different experience, very unique.
It just goes to show you that music is a universal language
Yeah,
and you can actually communicate with it. It's pretty wild.
yeah, it is really wild.
Like I interviewed Spooky Rubin. He's a Toronto musician from like the 90s and currently. And he went to Japan. He's in Japan right now.
Hmm.
And he's been playing with other Japanese bands. And I'm watching his reels. I'm like, fucking incredible, man. They probably have no idea how to speak English at all. But like they're just making awesome music together. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Music, the notes, man. Just transcending that culture, bro. Transcending that
Mhm.
language. It's sick. But at the same time, like you can still hear everybody's culture and shit and experiences almost in their fingertips or whatever the fuck they're playing. You can hear it coming out sometimes. And it's sick. The really good guys, you can hear it coming out. It's
For
almost like
sure.
finger, you know. It's cool.
Do you guys all play different instruments other than what you play in the band?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I first started playing trumpet. Um, I played that for okay, when I started that in grade 4. I played it all the way through school up until high school. And then punk rock Lisa took it and pawned it for a leather jacket. um, and then I always like since I was a little kid wanted to play drums. But my mom didn't want drums in the house. So
That's a tough one.
yeah, so she like eventually like around like when I was like 14, um she was like, okay, so like if there was like another instrument, what would you play? And I was like, this is when I like first discovered the band Kitty.
Yes.
They were like such an influence on me back in the day.
For a lot of women, I imagine.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm not going to play drums, I want to play bass. So they took me to like the local music store in the suburbs, and we went, I picked out a bass guitar, took it home. Funny enough, like 2 weeks later, formed a band. And we needed a place to play, so the band moved into the basement, and there was a drum kit in the basement anyway.
Nice.
So I'm down there. My first band was when I was 14. I'm playing bass. We're playing in drop C. I'm screaming. My mom's upstairs, like making dinner, and I'm screaming, like, I don't know, like the first song I think was something about like the chorus was like fuck you, this and that. Like teenage angst, like. So yeah, my very first like band instrument like was the bass guitar. So I have kind of kept up with it here and there, but I don't really play it very often. But I still have a bass, and I play it once in a while, and I play a little bit of like synth, like keys and stuff, but mostly vocals now.
Nice. What inspired you to do heavy and light singing?
Um, well,
For me, the first musician I heard do that, I believe, was Burton Bell from Fear Factory.
for me, I come from like a very kind of mixed background of vocals. Like I like my very first band was like a punk rock band. I was influenced by the Distillers very heavily. So like Brody was like a very big influence on me. Courtney Love from Hole was like a very big influence on me. Like very grungy female vocals. So like that was like huge on me. So like I did a lot of like singing like that kind of style in like the early days of me being a vocalist, and then I got into like more of the metal scene um a little bit later on into my like teenage years, and I don't know, I just kind of like when I was in my previous band that broke up prior to this, it was mostly screaming, and there were a few songs that we had that were, like featured a little bit of singing parts, and anytime those parts would come up, like people would always really really like those parts. And so after that band broke up and like COVID happened, I would just go to the jam space by myself, and I just wanted to like keep up my voice and just like practice my voice and just sing and just do my thing. So like as a warm up, I would do clean singing often, and I would film myself, and I would get a lot of feedback. If I posted those videos and people were like, like you have a really nice singing voice, like you should do more singing. And I was like, okay, like I'll try. And like I was really insecure about it. I was really insecure about it because like I had been in a band prior that, like I had a bandmate that wasn't very supportive of my clean singing, and it kind of like gave me a complex. So
Oh.
like it was tough. So like I wasn't very secure with that. So with this band starting, I got a lot of positive feedback as well with these bandmates. And, you know, like when we actually first recorded Loathe, it was all screaming except for one section. And then it was actually like Remi that was like, yo, like, try singing this part and try singing this part. And we just kind of like experimented. And this is kind of like where we're finding our sound right now. So it's been kind of a journey, like a little bit of like a self-confidence journey for me. And I'm just kind of still kind of trying to find my own voice. So it's kind of a work in progress for me. And it's, I don't know how to describe it, but like I'm feeling every day like a little bit more confident, and I'm working every day on my voice, and it just feels good. And having this like positive feedback from my bandmates is like really, really helpful. And so that's just like the direction that we're going in, and we're just working on that. And so yeah, I'm going to focus on that and just push forward.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, like it helps when you got bandmates that are, you know, pushing you along and
That was the thing too, is like we were jamming all this time and like, you know, we were rocking out doing our thing, and then she would like have these like, you know, really small singing parts, and then I'm like, yo, at least like you should fucking sing more, man. Like these parts are golden. Like you have this bag here that you're not dipping into. And then I think like we were jamming one day, and the guy that owns the jam spot came into our room and was like, "Oh, that sounded sick." He's like, Lisa, are you singing and shit? He's like, I really like the singing shit. And then that was like, you know, really made it more prominent in the music. And then, yeah, like Low definitely has some singing, but I think like the stuff coming up is like way sicker in terms of like melody and just I think a little heavier too. I would say it's a little heavier. I think Load was like, you know, something that needed to happen, where the rest of what's going to come out is like something that we really want to happen.
right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like I had
Low,
kind of like inner saboteur kind of thing going on, where I was like, I'm not a good singer. I'm not a good singer. I suck. I suck. I suck. And then then people would be like, you're a really good singer. You should sing more. And then I was like, you're lying.
No, that's so true, Lisa.
Like,
That's
I
how it
was
was,
like,
Dave. Like, mhm.
yeah.
Every time Lisa tried to sing, I could see it in her face. She wasn't like sure, even though she enjoyed every second of it. But she was like, and that day, as Remy said, like everything changed that night, I would say. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
we should work on that. Like, wow,
For real.
we had like goosebumps. I mean,
People can read your lack of confidence.
for sure.
oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? So I think the main thing to do is just believe in yourself, that what you're doing, you can be confident in it. And whoever else comes along and loves it or hates it is like, it's null. It doesn't matter. As long as you believe in what you're doing is true, then that's what matters. Because it doesn't matter what you do when it comes to creativity. Anybody's going to love it, and some people are going to hate it. So it doesn't matter, right?
Of course, yeah, you can't win them all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna join the tribe, you know?
exactly.
And in my last band, like, I mean, I don't want to talk about them a lot, but like we did have like a couple singing parts, and like I would nail those parts, and I would feel so stoked and like confident, and just like, and it just would just bring like warmth into me. And like I was like, and that was something that I always wanted to do, was like to have more of those. But I was just like, I would just like have this like little voice in my head. So it was like, so like, but this is like, I'm talking like we had like a 6-year hiatus. So like this whole time in those 6 years, I was working on my clean singing voice this whole time. So I had like all this practice where I was like, okay, like I've been working on this hard like this whole time. And so I just kind of like had it like tucked in my back pocket. And so, like, yeah, then I would like randomly at practice, like with this band, I would just like kind of pull it out and be like, here it is. And then, yeah, I would get this feedback, this positive feedback. And I'd be like, okay, so this is the direction we should probably be going. So
It's like one of those moments where you do it and then for everybody, and then you're like, so what do you
yeah.
think? What do you think?
What did you think?
I think
Yeah.
fucking stopped playing at one point too a couple of times because you're like, that's how you fucking do it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucking sick, right? And like it would just hype everybody up. It brought like a new fucking hypeness to the practice every time, right? Like, man, vocals will do that, man. They're so like, when they're on and in the right spot, they're just so like body penetrating or something. I don't know. They're just,
Yeah. And you sure can hold that note too.
yeah. And her enunciations are fucking
Yeah.
dope. She has a good pronunciation of words. It's sick. Like,
Yeah, the sustain is really good on that word again.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like, holy shit, this is awesome. And that main riff too. You only do it twice in the song, but when it happens at initially at the beginning of the song, it's like, holy fuck, this is badass. And then it takes a while, and then it
Yeah.
comes in again. It's like, fuck yeah,
The fucking hair swinging part, yeah.
yeah, dude. I don't know how much time you guys have. I said an hour because one of you has a newborn, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Me.
Okay. If you guys want to keep going, we can keep going. But if
Yeah, I got time.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're
okay,
fine.
cool,
Yep.
awesome. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm just like totally looking forward to the future because I was surprised too. Like, new band. It's got over 2,000 views already on YouTube.
going.
How did you guys?
Oh yeah.
What did you guys do to help promote the song and get it out there?
Emails, dude. Like, fucking
Yeah,
the amount of emails that I've sent, and Lisa too. Holy shit! And Lisa's network's pretty fucking big. Like, she's a
Mhm.
tattoo artist and been in multiple bands that did pretty well in the scene, right? So that helps.
Yeah, it's just like networking. I mean, like I have a lot of musician friends and being a tattoo artist as well. I mean, like some of my pals in the scene or like tattoo scene are like into that type of music, but like I I've kept my MySpace, my
oh,
Facebook page
Yes, let's go.
from
Let's go back.
7. I've had the same I've had the same Facebook page, and my Facebook page is all musicians. And so like that's kind of like where I just like promote all of my music, and I have like a bunch of groups and stuff, and I just like I don't know, I just like put it out there and I put the feelers out there, and like I
Yeah.
have like kind of like a friend army that just like they just backed me up and just like they really like promoted it. Like they were like I had people that were like, "Yo, I spun your song like 20 times in a row. It was so sick." And like they were like, "I'm just so happy to see you back in music," because like it was weird for me to like actually like take like a 6-year hiatus because people have known me to be in bands for like forever, and like they were like it's sad that like it was weird and sad that like you weren't like playing music, and like they were weirded out, so they were like you we needed you, like where were you?
yeah.
Same,
So
dude. I remember I was working and my coworkers looking at me. He's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be playing shows." And I was like, "Oh, dude." Yeah. Oh man.
There seems to be like a kind of surge, right, like a creative surge right now ever since COVID, I think, because the people I work with, they're all like, dude, what are we doing here?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, because like I do this and they all see that and they're like, dude, like we should be doing something like what you're doing, like in our off hours. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And like there's a guy now, he just fucking bought a new drum set. He's waiting for it to come in.
Fuck yeah.
And there's another guy who he's a rapper and like and another guy who I had on the show too, another coworker. He does kind
Got
of like folky kind of music and I had him on and like there's people that are just dying to get out of this fucking 9 to 5 shit, you know?
it's not just like getting out at 9 to 5 because like some people are gonna have to do it, right? But
Sure.
it's the like having a life that's worth fucking living, like a
Mhm.
simple
Absolutely.
fucking passion, like whatever, like unless you're fortunate to be doing what you love as your fucking income,
As a
so you
living, yeah.
don't have to worry too much until it gets stale about a hobby or whatever. But like for other people that are making good money and then like not having it be their passion, like you need something to live for. Like it gets so dull. Like how much fucking money do you are you gonna have? Like how much fucking things are you gonna buy? Like you're gonna have all these different fucking personalities, all these different hobbies and shit, right? It's like when people dial in and do what they really love, it's like it's like a release from those types of jobs and stuff. And
It's cathartic, yeah.
it could be like fucking swimming. It could be whatever it is that you set a goal and like stick to a routine and it makes you happy. Like that's your living. That's sick. The
Yeah.
money and stuff, like yeah, we got to make it, we got to do it, but you also got to think like, is this killing my fucking soul? Like you got to have a little bit of balance in there as much as possible. I'm totally imbalanced person. Like I just go straight fucking my art and guitars and I'll figure out the shit after, I'll do what I gotta do. But not to say that I haven't dabbled a little bit in the working life too. Like it's fucked, bro. Like it's fucked. It will kill your
Yeah.
soul if you let it. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah, for sure, dude, for sure.
fucking just drone you out, and then it makes you so like fucking cynical if you let it, and just like takes the magic out of shit. And it's like you couldn't even believe that you could be creative, or you couldn't even believe that you could set a goal like writing a fucking song, bro, and putting it out. Like it's like I don't know. It boxes you really nice when you work at these jobs sometimes, and you just got to be careful about it because yeah, we do need it, but we also don't need it to be fucking burning our souls either, right?
Yeah. This is like what my show is all about. It's philosophical. Like I talk a lot about, how to fill the void, so to speak, And there's a lot of people that are just walking around aimlessly, man,
The
Like
fucking husk.
it's
Yeah.
fucked. It's so fucked up, man. Like let me just get paid so I can go and buy
'Cause
and
it's
try to
easy.
fill the void. Yeah.
It's easy. You know what I mean? Like as hard as a job sometimes is, for
That's the
some
easiest way.
people, it's easy. You know what I mean? The life choices are now fucking easy. You know, you have little time to do what you want after, so it's already been decided for you. You're going to work the next day. Like you're gonna eat food, you're gonna fuck maybe if you're lucky, and then
Yep.
and then you're right back at that bitch in the morning. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
people get sucked
I
into it, bro, and like you forget about having a life in this short fucking measly little time that we're here. Like we gotta fucking rip it, man. We gotta rip it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think a lot of people just like really lost themselves in COVID because like music pretty much got canceled and musicians just didn't know what they were going to do. All the big musicians got lost. They were like, is music going to exist? And then like a lot of people got really mentally ill and like I don't think a lot of people really healed from that, and people are still like walking around aimlessly, like traumatized from
There's
that.
trauma for sure. Yeah.
There's
Maybe
so
they couldn't
much.
quit their fucking
I think
passions during
I think
COVID,
a lot of things like music right now are healing people.
Yeah.
And like, so there's such a surge in music right now that it's like healing people. And that's why there's so many concerts that are going on, because musicians are finally coming back. And I think that they're feeling healed enough to like be able to like tour properly again. They have the money to tour properly again, because there were so many tours that got canceled last minute, that there were so many bands that went into debt. There was like so many factors that really, really happened during those times, because like people's like flights got canceled. People had to go like across the world back home last minute. Like there was a lot that went on during that time that like really, really affected music in general and people in general. So I think that like there's just like a big revival in music, and it's a major healing factor, and it's always been like a healing factor. But I think with how the world is right now, especially like with politics and what's going down, like I think it's like just something that people can really relate to, and like just can yeah, it's like catharsis. Like it's just, it brings a lot of solace to the heart. And you can really like, if you want to go to a show that's like a little bit more like calm and like chill, you can kind of vibe to that. If you want to go to a show that's fucking heavy, like fucking Cannibal Corpse, like go to that, like, and get your fucking rage on. Like, I think that that's what's kind of happening right now, in my opinion. I think just music is like really therapeutic right now for people.
And I feel like before COVID too, it's like we were getting hammered with so much, like you guys said, like flavor of the week music. It was just getting fucking out of control, I think, a little bit. And when they took it all away in COVID, or took it all away, um, I feel like it's one of those situations where it's like you don't know what you're missing until it's gone, right? And it's like it was gone, and fucking I feel like a big empty hole for a lot of people. So when it was game on, I feel like people are like, I'm never gonna let this shit go again, right? I mean, that's how I personally felt too. I hung on to my jam spot all through COVID. I had a guy, the owner fucking die there, just like unexpectedly, and just a lot of shit going on. I feel like, but music is music, and you know, everybody has always made the majority of money, but the musician is, and it's never stopped us because music feels a certain way, and we're gonna still fucking do it. And like I said, you don't know what it is until it's gone, right? You don't know what you're fucking missing, and yeah, man. After COVID, game on, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of like reinventing the steel, as Pantera said, right?
Mhm.
People are reinventing their sounds, they're reinventing the way they do things. Shit happens for a reason, right? I mean, like,
It's gotta flow. You
say,
don't fly. You just gotta flow sometimes. You just,
yeah,
you know.
and here's Lisa 6 years later after being out of the scene and coming back, and self therapy, right?
It really is like this this new project is like probably my favorite band I've ever been in. And it's really helped me through some like heavy shit, and like we've only released one song, but like the one song is very deep for me, even though like the lyrics seem pretty simple, but like there's like a lot of meaning behind the storyline of what the lyrics mean. So it's
Personally,
yeah, it's pretty, it's a pretty heavy song for me. And I think that like, you know, like the lyrics that I'm writing now, I mean, I wrote Loathe like in 2013, and the
oh,
lyrics
that
I'm
far
writing
back.
now are a lot different. But I think that they're really relatable for a lot of people. Like, I think that it's like a song that, like, you know, they're very clear, they're very simple, but a lot of people can really relate to what is being said. And that's important as well. Like, it doesn't always have to be super technical and super deep and like that sort of thing as well.
Sure. Or esoteric even.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands out there that it's like, what the fuck are they singing about, man?
Yeah.
Especially the Mars Volta. That's one band that's just like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
Yeah, like
So
how much
weird.
acid did you take, dude?
Crazy. It's like words just for the sake of words, but at the same time, they all fit.
All
Yeah.
good.
But
Yeah.
you're sitting there like, I have zero fucking idea what this is about. But it leaves it up to interpretation too,
Hey,
which I also enjoy.
you guys were all listening
Yeah.
to it without acid. That was the problem.
Yeah.
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 Or
And
DMT.
that's how you interpret it as well. Like lyrically, that's how you interpret it. Like you make it your own, you know? You relate to it how you relate to it.
Yeah, the best songs that I like are the ones that I'm trying to like sit there and read the lyrics and I guess kind of form my own like movie in my mind about what it's about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it could change every time.
It's like reading a book. You do that when you read a book too, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
paint it. I think everybody's gonna paint it slightly different, you know, in their
For sure.
mind. I think music is just the same as that, you know.
Are you guys playing live at all?
Yeah, we're planning on it this summer.
Okay, so you haven't yet.
Not yet.
Okay, okay.
We're building our set list. We're cooking it up.
Right. Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's cool because you guys are in Toronto, so I could just mosey on down.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're
I'm gonna
plan, like some like little like weekend warrior tours, like just to start.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I have a good friend, Stefano. He's in a band called the Android Meme. I don't know if you heard of them.
No.
Brett is actually producing them as well.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, I watched them. Well, they were together in like the late 2000s, and then disbanded, and then a couple of years ago they got back together, and now they're serious, and they actually did a mini tour from here to Ottawa, and then they're back, and they're just, it's so awesome to watch them grow, just like you said, Lisa. And yeah, like I just love this stuff. Like the music stuff is like my passion, and the philosophy thing, it's all tied together, really.
I just love fucking Brett. Like, can we just take a minute to say,
Yeah,
Brett, like that guy is the fucking
legendary.
He's legendary, and he's literally the heartbeat of this fucking city right now. I don't give a fuck. Like, he's the dude, man. And the amount of like love and understanding that's in that guy's fucking chest is crazy, Brett. I love that guy. Fuck yeah, Brett.
That's awesome. Aside from Brett, who would be your dream producer?
Oh, I got one, but super, like, you know, everybody's dream producer right now, right? Lisa, do you have one?
I don't. I don't
Yeah.
really.
I'm gonna drop it. It's gonna be Will Putney for me. Like, gang. That guy's sick, dude. Like all the bands, he's a band daddy, and he's just like kills it in the studio, man. He's sick.
Dylan's very quiet.
Yeah.
Dylan would be our dream producer. No.
Yeah.
Dylan records actually.
Yeah. I mean, other than myself, probably Machine, who did like the couple Lamb of God records, Suicide Silence. Like that dude is just so good as a producer and really gets into what drives each individual performer. Like he knows how to work with people. That's a really good quality in a producer. So I feel like he'd be right on.
I will name drop somebody. Scott Middleton used to play for Cancer Bats.
Okay.
He's retired. He did work on the last record that I was on with my last band. He was phenomenal to work with. Such a great producer. Really, really great to work with. He's got a studio, High Wattage Cottage. That's what it's called. He's just amazing to work with. So I would work with him again.
You've worked with him previously.
What's that?
Previously, you worked with him?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He like gets in the room with you when you're like, you'll kind of do like the drums when he's recording. When you're doing the drums, the guitar will be kind of like doing the scratch track or whatever. And he'll get in the room, like everybody will be in the room when drums are recording, and he'll literally be in the room with you, and he'll be doing like windmills with his fucking like long ass hair, just hyping you up. It's so fucking sick. So shout out to you, Scott, if you see this.
Giving that energy.
It's so sick.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I am looking forward to the future of the Hollow Ones. I guess the audience can find you on YouTube right now. You're not on Spotify yet, right?
Oh, we're on Spotify. We're on,
Oh, you are?
every
Okay.
platform.
Okay, cool.
Fucking TikTok. We're on fucking everything.
Awesome. Do you have a website that I could plug?
The only thing we don't have yet is an actual website.
Okay.
But we're on every platform, every streaming platform. Like you can find anything. But the only thing we don't have is an actual website yet. So that is something I will build and we can look forward to in the future. But if you just look up Hollow Ones, you'll find us.
Sweet. And the song is called Loathe. It's out on everything now. Guys, I want to thank you so much for all coming on unexpectedly. Fantastic. Really looking forward to what you guys have in store.
Thank you.
Thanks,
cool.
Thank you, Dave.
Rock on. Take it easy.
Later, man.
Have a good night, man.
You too.